How we doing, everyone? This is the first ever podcast of Share Your Story.
Class.
We got Ste Brown on. How we doing, Ste?
Absolutely fantastic, mate.
Good.
Brilliant.
Is it better than the cuppa?
Cup was great as well.
what a stress that was this morning. So, obviously, a lot of people know Ste Brown. He's a very well-known man, not just in working, but in Cumbria. So, for the people who don't know you, will you share a little bit about yourself?
Ste Brown. I first been working. I've went to Mill Close School. After school, I went into the military for a few years. Come out, I was going to do 6 months with my mates partying, and then go travel across Australia backpacking with a mate of mine in the forces. Anyway, I met my wife in the meantime.
The love of your life.
That blew that out of the water. And then, so anyway, I stayed around. I was contracted. I'm an electrician by trade, doing a bit of construction sites, etc. Went all over the world, really, even got as far as Antarctica contracting. Wow. And then come back, settled down, and got married to Julia, my lovely wife. And we had two amazing children, Matthew, 23, and Eve's 20.
Oh, wow.
And then, then settled down to normal
awesome.
life.
That's
just,
awesome.
Chilled out life.
Yeah, no, that's crazy. We had a little chat in there on the way here earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we kind of, obviously, I've never really heard Steve's story before. And would you like to share a little bit about where kind of your background with mental health and your journey?
Well, to be honest, right, I've never suffered mental health in any form, except a lot of years ago I had a bad car crash and I had a bad head injury, and I was out of work for 19 months. I broke my back and I broke everything else. It just absolutely, I should have died, but I never, you know what I mean?
I'm
One
glad.
of them cracks. And so I went to the doctors. I was so low, and I got some happy tablets, as they say, and fixed this. I was fine, but that's the only thing. But I wanted to get into mental health because of this area. There's so many suicides. I've had family members, friends, colleagues, and then anyway, a few years down the line, I work for Sellafield Limited now, and I've done a mental health course with them. 2 days, not much, but it gives me the option to talk to people and
you help people while you're there.
Yes,
it's absolutely awesome.
Yeah, and so it just went from there. Yeah.
No, that's absolutely great. Obviously, one of the most things you're well known for, apart from being one of the Workington's best looking men, which is actually Andy's Man Club. So what drew you to Andy's Man Club and why this area?
It's a bit strange, right? I was basically wanted something to do with mental health, like I said, and I was having a couple of pints with a mate of mine, Wedgie, after the town match. In Station Road Club, and and I just said to him, I really want to get into the mental health route, and he said, well, I can help you here. I can see if we can get a room in the boxing club where his son Ben was a boxer, and so anyway, we got it sorted, just a walk-in room, so that anybody who was struggling could actually just come and talk to me, just maybe a couple hours twice a week or whatever, just when the training was on. Yeah, so we got the ball rolling there, and apparently you just can't do that. You need
all the
counsellors' permission, and there's a bit of red tape. So next thing I know, I've got an email from a fella from Andy's Man Club, which I had never even heard of, to be honest. And he said, would you meet us at Workington Town Rugby League ground? I says, yeah, no bother. So anyway, went down, met him, and there was also quite a few other people there, Workington Town representatives and councillors, etc., etc. There was a few people, and so we had this meeting, and everything was good. And then this fella who I met, he travelled from Bradford.
Wow.
Call him Neil Wayne. He's very, very, very good friend of mine now.
Neil's a lovely bloke, isn't he? Very, very lovely bloke.
We worked together for over 12 months to get this up and running. So anyway, he said, we've got the facility and we've got a lead facilitator. And I'm like, and he looked at me and I says, you having a laugh?
It's only one
What
man
do
for
I
the
know?
job.
What do I know about mental health? He says, you don't have to know. All you're doing is facilitating a team, a
Yeah,
group. Says, oh, well, crack on. We'll go for it, yeah.
that's awesome.
So we had to find people to help me, to facilitate with me. So it was the hard bit. It took me 12 months to find the right people because the people I wanted were people who would,
They've had their own journey.
yes,
Yeah.
who had suffered in their own way with mental health, but they were over it, obviously. So they understood mental health because I didn't really, you know.
You almost have to be strong enough yourself to help people
Of course
with
you
your
do.
knowledge, don't you?
Yeah, yeah. And thought, well, and then eventually I found the right lads and we were able to open up. And it was like a bit of a whirlwind, to be honest, when we look back now. We started up in January 2023. I think it was the 16th, and it's working. And, you know, like I thought, there's nobody going to come here.
Yeah.
There's nobody, maybe 1, 2 or 3 people. But 40 people, 40 men turned up that night. It was unreal. Like, I was like, oh my God.
And how does that make you feel that you were a part of that to bring 40 lads in on the first ever day? Like, how do you feel?
It was amazing. I never slept a wink that night.
Really?
You know, it was just
Mad
like
dopamine hit.
See, I knew a lot of the lads as well that were there, that had come there. I'd known them for years and years, but I didn't know they'd suffered. So that's how hard it is to find somebody suffering, because people just keep it in.
Yeah,
they don't speak about it.
The crazy thing about talking, especially from my perspective, is it's completely free. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of things out there which you have to pay for, but talking, it's free.
Yeah.
And talking to the right people can help better than anything in the world, in my opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think no, that is absolutely. To be honest, it's berserk. So obviously the early days starting up for yourself. Yeah. What kept you going? What kept you turning up every single Monday?
It's really rewarding to see somebody's progress. And when somebody comes in and they're sort of a broken man, let's say, and you see the benefits that every week that they turn up and they come and see you and they get better and better and better until they're back to their normal selves. You know, there's no better feeling than seeing somebody who was that low.
Completely new person. I absolutely agree.
And it's a brotherhood. You know, you wouldn't understand unless you've been.
Absolutely,
And the people are so grateful for you helping them as well. You know, so it's
some people you don't realise are actually lonely as well.
That's right, yeah.
And having that routine of a Monday, bringing people down, and having people at the club catching up. How's your week been? Something as simple as that can really lift spirits, in my opinion. And
so you don't have to be suicidal to come to Landers Man Club.
No,
it's anything at all. Like you said, lonely. We've had people come down there lonely, elderly blokes who've lost their wives and things like that, and they just want to come and talk to people.
No, absolutely.
Things like that. Yeah. It's a brilliant thing.
It's absolutely powerful. What's so you obviously you've smashed it now. So if it started on the 1st of January, you're about what would that be? 8 months in? Is that right? I can't mind. I met you on the 11th of August. I actually worked this out before. 11th of August 2023. So I've known you nearly 2 years. And how many clubs now are around the whole of Cumbria?
Well, it started kicking off big time, like, because we got 40 the first night, and it went up and up and up and up. And before we knew it, there was 80 people there one night, 80 men.
80 people.
And so obviously it was too big for one club. So we had to open Maryport was the first one. We opened that in the summer, and Cockermouth shortly after, and then Whitehaven. And there was even lads coming from Barrow to learn the ropes about the facility.
I remember that.
So that they could go back and start their own club.
And they're doing out their time as well.
Yeah,
they don't get paid for it.
Everybody's a volunteer, mate. Every single one is a volunteer.
Amazing.
So Yeah, so now we've got 15 clubs in Cumbria and over 300 users every week.
300 men every single week.
It's
And
mad.
that's just because of someone. Well, Andy's Man Club actually started off with obviously quite a negative, but turned it into a positive, didn't it?
Yeah. I
Um,
mean, Andy's Man Club's been on the go for nearly 10 years, or 10 years, I don't know, around about that. And but we didn't have anything like that in Cumbria. We had no, or very, very little for men's mental health.
yes,
in,
absolutely.
in Cumbria at all. I googled it and I just couldn't find anything really, anything. So once we got this up and running, honestly, the public support was amazing.
I remember seeing it for the first time.
It was because every single person in West Cumbria or wherever can relate to suicide because there's been that much suicide in our area. Everybody knows a few people who've taken their own lives.
Yeah.
And that's what we're here to stop, or to.
And I think you're doing an absolutely amazing job.
Oh, it's good. Yeah.
That kind of leads me on to my next question, actually. So, you probably don't give yourself enough credit. Probably all the facilitators, to be honest. But how does it make you feel on a weekly basis that something you've brought to Cumbria, you're helping? I'm quite passionate about. You're physically helping 300 people a week. Probably to someone else, you go, like it's just what I do. But how does that make you feel? Like you're helping over 300 men a week.
It's brilliant the way it's took off and grown, but I don't take credit for it. I mean, I know I was lucky that I was the first man. That's just the way it went. As far as I'm concerned, I was lucky to be in that position that they got in touch with me because of what I wanted to do, and then it's how it's grown.
Yes.
But I don't take the credit for that.
It's definitely a team effort.
It is a team effort, yeah. But it's nice. It's a nice feeling that I was that person. But the credit goes to everybody that comes. The fellas that walk through that door, to have the balls to actually come and walk through that door.
I think that's the hardest part.
Yes, it is.
It's you need help, but to actually walk through and come through and do that walk. Well, I can't mind if there was a specific word or terminology it was called, what it was called when I used to go. But that initial walk is, like you said, probably the hardest part of your night. Because once you see everyone going around sharing their story, it's such a confidential place where you can open up and talk about things.
That's why it works, because whatever's said inside, whatever is spoken about stays in the room.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work because we live in small towns.
Yes, and, everyone knows everyone's business. Yeah. No, I absolutely agree.
If word got out about somebody, because there's a lot of, I don't know, let's say relationship problems and people struggle through that. So they come and the whole world doesn't need to know exactly who it is or what's being said, because that's private. You know what I mean?
It's also about how they feel. It's not the actual problem. It could be the smallest problem in the world or the biggest problem in the world. It depends how you handle it.
It doesn't matter about the problem, because what might be a minor issue in my life might be a massive issue in yours. You know what I mean?
Agree.
So it doesn't matter what your issue is. If it's bothering you, you come and speak to us.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. Obviously, with the huge success of Andy's Man Club, what if you were to look back in the last 3 years of, nearly 4 years of your whole time at Andy's Man Club, what would be, and this is quite a hard question, but what would be, if not your top, one of the most memorable but top moments of your experience at Andy's Man Club? Like, what would be right up there?
I think the opening day would be the best day.
That's awesome.
When all them people arrived, and it was. There's been others. I mean, we have got awards as well. We got Pride of Cumbria last year, which was great.
Must say you did look the bit.
Yeah. and which was really nice. So that it's all about awareness when we're talking about getting awards. It's awareness, but to us, it's making everybody aware that we're available. We are there for support, and like, it's that one man that walks through the door.
That's all that matters.
He's our trophy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That one man that walks through the door, that one man that we've brought back to his normal self. He can go back to his family and his children and have a better life.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have a better life because he's back to normal and things like that. Yeah, but it's just, probably.
It is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is brilliant.
It's fantastic.
So yeah, for anyone, so say if there was that one man watching this podcast, and that's the whole point of why I want to do this, for people who maybe want to learn a bit more about it, hear people's stories. It's meant to be an empowering podcast to see someone go through their journey or something amazing they've done, and they can showcase that to real people, real journeys, real stories.
Yeah.
And I really believe that could hopefully inspire some people. And
see, well, anybody watching this, if they're struggling in any way, right, it's not all about Andy's Man Club. It's about talking, right? And it's about talking till somebody you trust, whether it's friends, family, a work colleague, out like that. But you've got to open up. You can't keep it in, because you keep it in, you're just going to go down and down and down. And that's why we have so much suicide in this area, because, like I said, we come from small towns. Like, we live in a tough area, right? Cumbria is a tough area to grow up in. You know, it's all little, especially our area. You know, it was like hard men and all this, and big drinking. It's a massive drinking culture, and everybody plays rugby, everybody goes to the gym. And all of a sudden, this thing hits them, this mental health, this stress, or this anxiety or depression. And they're like, what do I do here? I can't tell anybody about this because I'm a big, strong man.
yes,
You know,
absolutely agree.
it's the stigma that kills people. The stigma, because people won't talk about it. They won't go and see anybody about it. They won't go to the doctors. It's just, I'll get on with it. I'll cope. But they don't cope, and that's why we have such a high rate of suicides in this area.
I absolutely agree. I think Andy's Man Club has done an absolutely amazing job, especially for West Cumbria, of actually breaking that stigma. That, for me, when I look at Andy's Man Club, it's always talking about it. It's in a bio, it's in a video, or whatever. Let's break that stigma together. And I think, well, just have a look at the success of Andy's Man Club as it is. Do you know what I mean? It's, especially in this area, it's widely used. 300 men use this every single week. And for me, I've noticed,
just in Cumbria, the statistics around the UK are 6,500 men.
6,500 men every week,
and it's grown at a rapid rate.
And that could be men leaving because they feel better, and new men coming in as well.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
That's crazy.
But what do they do? They publish how many new people every week as well. So we had 6,500 men last week, and maybe 450 were brand new. It was their first time.
That's
so
amazing.
It is grown. I mean, when we started, we were club number 117, and now there's over 320 clubs. In less than 3 years, it's tripled. You know what I mean? So that's how much it's growing. That's how much it's helping people, and that's what we want. We want.
That's actually
I mean,
amazing.
them 6,000 people, over 6,000 people, all want to talk, want to get stuff off the chest. That's why they use the club. But you could multiply that by 50, the people that don't come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're struggling, but they won't come. I mean, 90% of people won't come to Andy's Man Club. But that's why I'm saying about talk to somebody close to you.
Yeah.
Talk to somebody who you trust. Like, it's such a relief. A problem shared is a problem halved, is the old saying.
And that's so
it
true.
It's true, because you see people coming in our club, and then they'll talk about their issues or whatever, and they'll go out with a smile on their face. You know, they've unloaded a big package off their back.
Wow.
You know, because they've spoken about it. It's just out now, and just like, so the relief on people's faces as they're talking.
That's awesome.
You know, it's mad, honestly, but that's a rewarding thing as well. You know, it's quite addictive when you want to see people like this.
It's such,
you know,
that, you know what? That's crazy. That actually, it's like it. It's as if this is scripted. You know, that's my next question is that you're going to follow on to that perfectly. So with you being the lead facilitator, have you ever used the club for its values? Have you ever, when you're around that circle, have you ever had to feel like you had to get something off your chest? Have
Oh,
you
yeah.
used, yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it helped you?
We all do because it yeah, because life's not plain sailing.
Yeah,
Right? You have your ups and downs in life constantly. Everybody does some. Everybody's down or up or down or whatever. So that's why people use it regularly, just to get little things off the chest.
it's nice to have a routine as well.
Or there's something that's really bothering them, and then they'll talk about it. Like I said, the issues are maybe something that wouldn't bother me would bother you. Like, so but it puts things in perspective as well. When you go and you listen to somebody with a smaller issue, fair dues, get it out, talk about it. But then they say somebody with a big issue, and they think, feel like a bit of a fraud here, but I'm not, because I'm getting my own
Absolutely.
issues sorted.
Absolutely.
But yeah, perspective is a big thing. You see, and the brotherhood, the friendship groups that people have within the club. You see people. I mean, if you come to the club and you've got, most people have very similar issues: anxiety, depression, ADHD, whatever, all the regular things, right? And there's at least half a dozen other people that go who've got exactly the same
Yes.
issues. So that's why it works, because with a peer-to-peer group, we don't sing songs and that. We just sit in
there's
a
no
circle,
practicing.
right?
There's no mental health professionals. Everyone. This is speaking from a user's perspective. So I went for a good, probably year, I'd say, and it helped me massively. And it's nice to just offload to people who actually want to see you get better. I think that's a massive part of Andy's Man Club. Everyone there is there for themselves and also there for other people.
Of course they are, yeah.
And I think it's very, very, very special. And what I learned from that is to offload to people who are willing to listen, who aren't going to judge you, who are keeping it confidential. Even the smallest thing. I had a bad day at work today.
Yes, exactly.
To the topless thing, I've lost a relative, I've whatever.
Yeah.
There's people willingly listening and willingly there to help you along with themselves, and it works so well, doesn't it? It's
and people have also got to understand that they're sitting in their bedrooms absolutely freaking out. Oh my God, what's going on? There's a million people like them, but they think they're alone, right?
Mm-hmm.
They come to a club like Annie's Man Club and they go, oh my God, it's instant relief. Look at all these people. They've got issues as well. It's not just me. So that's a big thing in this mental health world is you're not alone.
Yes.
Especially this day and age, because everybody's got some form of mental health going on.
No, absolutely. Like we were saying before, I think we kind of touched on it. If there was a man struggling right now watching this at home, would you mind giving them a little bit of details of the Andy's Man Clubs so let's say in the local area, so Cockermouth, Workington, Whitehaven.
You just type in Andy's Man Club, Google, it'll give you loads of things to say, like where your nearest club is. Click on that, put your postcode in, tell you exactly where.
Awesome.
And honestly, you'd be more than welcome to come to offload, just talk, make some new friends, swap numbers with people, meet them outside. That's what they do.
We used to go to the muffin break, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was awesome. And then you used to do the dips every year. It's amazing how many friends you make while you're down there as well.
Of course it is, man. It's brilliant.
It is. It's absolutely brilliant. Like, couple of other questions off the top of my head because we've rattled through them pretty quick. I think what you're doing is absolutely great. I think the whole team is great, and I think it's quite special. Especially what we have in West Cumbria. Can you hear my belly rumbling? I'm starving. What's your thoughts on why the mental health and suicide rate for men? What's your opinion? Why do you think it is so high in West Cumbria?
Well, I sort of touched on it before. It's about the stigma. It's totally is the stigma, because it's a tough area. Nobody wants to talk because it's weak to talk. That's bullshit. Yeah. It's stronger to talk about your feelings than it is to hold them in. that's weakness. Like, you've got to talk about your feelings, because if you don't, the statistics are just going to keep going up. You know, let's break this stigma together. You know, everybody just, it is okay to talk in West Cumbria. Yeah.
No, absolutely.
I mean, yeah. And honestly, you feel so much better talking.
You come away with almost a weight lifted on off your shoulders, a little bit of a dopamine hit because you've met new people.
Yeah.
And especially when I feel like the best thing from my experience of going is seeing someone when they first get in a broken man, and like you said, a couple of weeks later, a couple of months later, however long it takes their journey, coming out and going, I done this for the first time, and they're so proud and saying, I done this, I done that, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. And it's like, go you. It's awesome.
As well, though, all the facilitators, they've walked through that door for the first time, you know, so they want to give back. They don't, when they get themselves in a better place. That's how Andy's Man Club grows, because they get in a better place and they think, my God, this is fantastic. I just want to help other people. So they do, and they stick around and they become facilitators, and then they see people coming back up, and then we all do it all the time, every week. But then people, they want to become, so having a line of 100 yards down my from
Down
my
the
house,
drive.
they're all knocking on door, and I'll be a facilitator.
That's unreal.
You know, it's great.
Special.
It's just a great brotherhood.
Yeah.
Seriously,
It's awesome.
Yeah.
You also touched on before in the car, you introduced this thing, men handshake a lot, don't they?
Yeah.
When you meet someone, how we doing, fella? You all right? You introduced the hug when you first walked through the door.
It was, to be honest, it was Big Neil there. He used to put me hand out and he'd come here, grab one of his massive bloke, and so that's where that started. We just hug people. All right, mate. Welcome to Andy's Man Club. Come here, give them a hug. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they want one, like if
If
they don't, like,
not a problem.
But but that's. I think it's more than just a handshake.
It's a bro hug, innit?
It's a bro hug, of course it is. Yeah, I've got your hug.
That's unreal.
You know,
that's unreal. We've had a couple of questions from some of the followers already, and I just want to give a massive shout out to Carvin and Leanne from Bounty Competitions. Bounty's absolutely great. We were literally speaking about this in the car before as well. The fact that they were willing to support this channel financially and makes things like this possible is absolutely amazing. So thank you very much, and we'll keep doing you proud. But yeah, a couple of questions from the page already, which blows my mind, is nearly on 400 followers already before this very first podcast.
Yeah.
We had someone say, "What do you do for self-care?"
Self-care for me is, I don't know. I would talk to the other facilitators, or share my shit.
Yeah.
On a Monday night, but yeah, I go to the gym a lot. I've got into that routine, and it's a feel-good factor as well. You know, see, physical fitness and just doing something is really good for mental health.
Yes.
In every way or form, you know, it's linked to mental health. If you go out for a run, even a walk, or go to the gym, do something that makes you feel good, it puts the mental health thing back.
Yeah. It's a dopamine hit.
The more you get a buzz, the less you're gonna suffer mental health. It goes hand in hand, mate. Honestly.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I'm going to nick one from the club as well. Do you remember? So obviously you get your 5 questions, don't you?
Yeah.
Name and why you're here. How's your week? How's your week been? Highlight from your week. Anything you want to share to get off your chest. And it's always ends on a high. So let's end on a high. If you, this is a good one. What's your favourite sandwich? We've got to end it on a high, and it's got to be about food. It's me. So
my favourite sandwich, I think it's got to be prawn.
A prawn sandwich.
Prawn. Yeah.
With Mary Rose sauce.
Oh yeah.
What type of bread?
Oh, any. I'm off bread at the moment because I'm on a diet. Well,
I'm
on
sorry.
Nah, but yeah, I love prawn sandwiches.
Class.
Yeah,
that's absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for being on. And
welcome, mate.
This is hopefully uploaded tonight. And thank you very much for your time.
Thanks for asking me, mate.
Not a problem. Should we do the It's Okay to Talk?
Yeah.
You ready? It's okay to talk.
Cheers, guys.
Thank you.